Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
I can say to my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, hey, find a keto-friendly restaurant nearby and text it to Beth and Steve. And it does, without me lifting a finger. So I can get in more squats anywhere I can. 1, 2, 3.
Will that be cash or credit?
Credit. 4.
Galaxy S25 Ultra, the AI companion that does the heavy lifting so you can do you. Get yours at Samsung.com. Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
CFL fans know Paul McCallum as a former punter and place kicker who had an incredible run. He won 2 Grey Cup championships with the BC Lions in 2006 and 2011. He's a 6-time CFL West All-Star and 2-time CFL All-Star. Paul was named Grey Cup Most Valuable Canadian in 2006. He won the CFL's Most Outstanding Special Teams Award in 2011. You saw him play on 3 different CFL teams, just a monster of the sport. And when Paul was a guest, we talked about Vancouver's insane housing market, the importance of retiring as a BC Lion. Family came up. We shared near-death stories. Justin Bieber, Nickelback, all the haters. And stop me if you've heard this before, Paul shared some career highlights, of which he had many.
My first professional game, the 2006 Grey Cup, 2011 season. The 2011 season is pretty special, pretty magical. I honestly don't know if that will ever happen again, where a team starts out 0-5, and then to go from losing 5 in a row to going to dominating and playing as well as we did the rest of the season. To me, it's kind of hard to explain how were we that good and lost 5 in a row to begin with. It's
Yeah, is it like a switch? Suddenly you guys, it's like turn it on.
Well, I mean, the team, it was very different because even when we lost those, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, there was never, ever a sense of panic. I think I remember maybe it was Travis talking to the players saying how, we got to keep the faith, keep going because we're a good team and, we're just making wrong mistakes at the wrong time. And, even though with him saying things like that, there was really, I don't think there was a sense of panic. And then, we just put our nose down and just kept on going. So that season was special. And,
I do remember that season.
Yeah, and then, that was the year when I had my consecutive field goals and against Calgary, and the one that I missed got returned for a touchdown. And then my next field goal I got to kick to win the game. So that was probably a memorable season and a memorable kick as well.
Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast is powered by the HomeDwell Group. Buying a house? Selling your home? Contact Kyle at homedwell.ca today.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We love movies, and we come at them from different perspectives.
Yeah, like Amy thinks that, Joe Pesci was miscast in Goodfellas, and I don't.
He's too old. Let's not forget that Paul thinks that Dune 2 is overrated.
It is.
Anyway, despite this, we come together to host Unspooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
We've done deep dives on popcorn flicks. We've talked about why Independence Day deserves a second look.
And we've talked about horror movies, some that you've never even heard of, like Ganja and Hess.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unspooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.
Hi, this is Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Spate. We were both on a little show you might know called Supernatural.
It had a pretty good run, 15 seasons, 327 episodes.
And though we have seen, of course, every episode many times, we figured, hey, now that we're wrapped, let's watch it all again.
And we can't do that alone. So we're inviting the cast and crew that made the show along for the ride. We've got writers, producers, composers, directors, and we'll of course have some actors on as well, including some certain guys that played some certain pretty iconic brothers.
It was kind of a little bit of a left field choice in the best way possible.
The note from Kripke was, he's great, we love him, but we're looking for like a really intelligent Duchovny type.
With 15 seasons to explore, it's going to be the road trip of several lifetimes. So please join us and subscribe to Supernatural Then and Now.
Have you ever heard about the 19th century French actress with so many lovers that they formed a lovers' union? Or what about the Aboriginal Australian bandit who faked going into labor just to escape the police, which she did escape from them. It was a great plan. How about the French queen who murdered her rival with poison gloves? I'm Ann Foster, host of the feminist women's history comedy podcast, Vulgar History. Every week I share the saga of a woman from history whose story you probably didn't already know, and you will never forget after you hear it. Sometimes we re-examine well-known people like Cleopatra or Pocahontas, sharing the truth behind their legends. Sometimes we look at the scandalous women you'll never find in a history textbook. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts. And if you're curious, the people I was talking about before, the Australian woman is named Marianne Bugg, and the French actress was named Rochelle, no last name, just Rochelle. And the queen who poisoned her rival is Catherine de' Medici. I have episodes about all of them.